Welcome to our channel Future Tech Archives. Do you know that the Russian military performed an anti-satellite missile test this week? This huge test resulted in a cloud of debris in the surrounding orbit. The experiment took place 310 miles above the Earth's surface. You should know that in the case of a catastrophic collision, the international space stations are told to seek shelter from their dog ship when there are astronauts on board. In the past, a missile annihilated a Soviet settlement on a D-class satellite in orbit around the Earth in 1982. Recently, Elon Musk offered a warning regarding Russia and their satellites. If you want to know more about the shocking news, stay tuned until the end of this video and do not miss a beat. Elon Musk declared a warning to the US government responding to Russians' activity as dangerous and reckless. Earlier this week, Russia tested a new weapon that blew up a satellite and left a cloud of debris in orbit. It is to be noted that prior debris-generating anti-satellite weapon tests were undertaken by countries such as China, India, and the US. In response, the Russian Defense Ministry disputed the allegations and accused the US of hypocrisy. There are far more serious concerns other than the satellite exploding in space. Russian President Vladimir Putin conducted a lecture to school children about artificial intelligence in September 2017. In that lecture, Putin highlighted that whoever would master AI would become the next world leader. Elon Musk responded to the announcement the very next day. Musk has been warning the world about the hidden hazards of AI-powered robots for years. He even speculated that there will be devastating results similar to those seen in the Terminator. Musk also mentioned in a tweet that artificial intelligence will lead to a third global war in the near future. The two most technologically advanced countries are China and Russia, and their advancements in AI cannot be ignored. Each country is striving to compete with each other through technical advancements to win this war of artificial intelligence. According to Dmitry Rogozin, currently serving as the Director General of Roscosmos, stated that SpaceX, which is working on the Starlink space program, has been accused of posing a security danger to Russia. In an interview with Gazeta of Russia, Rogozin said that these technologies will be beneficial in transferring high-skilled personnel from one continent to another. These discussions took place when the US government had already granted SpaceX more than $900 million funding to start with and promised subsidies in the next budget, which will be approximately $20 billion. The real question that everyone's asking is that why does the US government require these programs? It is stated that in addition to the satellite program disseminating the internet, the spacecraft can also handle cruise missiles, recalibrate their flying tasks in mid-flight, control special forces, and administer a secret network. SpaceX's Starlink satellite broadband constellations have been successful in providing satellite internet connections to many parts of the world. Elon Musk has been working hard on the Starlink initiative, which can deliver internet connectivity to practically everyone on the planet via an expanding network of private satellites orbiting above the Earth. These mass-produced small satellites in low Earth orbits will eventually interact with the specialized ground transceivers to form the constellations. It is interesting to know that SpaceX has launched 1,740 Starlink satellites, including Tintin A and B demo satellites. The company is planning to launch more than 57,000 additional Falcon 9 rockets per flight in 2029, as frequently as every 2 years. SpaceX is also planning to launch the first 12,000 satellites into 3 orbital shelves, 1440 and 340 miles, 1440 at 300 miles, and 1440 at 200 miles. The second shelves will consist of 2825 V-band satellites at a height of 690 miles. The third shelf will consist of 7,500 feet V-band spacecraft at a height of 210 miles. The number of satellites could increase up to 42,000 soon. It can be seen that cruise missiles can go up to thousands of kilometers, but must rely on many guidance systems. This includes satellite course data. On the other hand, the Russian 3M54 caliber cruise missile has a range of 930 miles and it incorporates satellite data communication systems. The Russian officials are apprehensive that the SpaceX Starlink may be used to put false navigation data into the cruise missiles in flight. The Starlink satellites can also be utilized in the future as a backup for specialized military forces. As you all know, that the superpowers of the world, including the United States, Russia, China, and India, have anti-satellite weapons capable of destroying military satellites. If there is ever a case of conflict among these countries, Russia has made considerable investments in anti-satellite weapons, including MiG-31, Foxhound aircraft fitted with anti-missile satellites, and S-500 mobile missile systems to counter the Western world. The main concern is that all these mass weapons can become ineffective if there are a higher number of Starlink satellites in the orbit. According to Dmitry, SpaceX's internet transmissions can be backed up by political motive. He also claims that it contains anti-Russian content and may be used as a Western propaganda broadcast. These allegations were highlighted after the Russian lawmaker approved legislation in 2020 that restricted SpaceX operations in the country. He assured that the internet traffic in the world would be handled by Russian-based telecoms carriers. It is noteworthy that in 2019, the US Air Force Research Laboratory showed a 610 megabyte per second data link to a Beechcraft C-12 Huron aircraft in flight. This shows that SpaceX has already partnered with the US military. In late 2019, the US Air Force successfully tested a Starlink connection on an AC-130 gunship. After the success, in 2020, the US Air Force deployed Starlink to support its advanced battlefield management system during a live-fire exercise. These Starlink systems were linked to a range of air and ground assets, which included the Boeing KC-135 Strato tanker. This is certainly a collaboration that can emerge from those partnerships. Back in 2010, the US military refocused on space combat, and in 2019, a new branch of a space force was created. After all these advancements, Russia has expressed its concerns through different media sources. Some Russian sources claim that the US Air Force's X-37B rocket is a clandestine space bomber capable of dropping nuclear bombs from the orbit. When it comes to Elon Musk, the Russians have even bigger concerns. Musk and the Space Forces are capable of conducting military operations in space. The US military is also planning to invest $48 million in rocket flight programs that would facilitate massive cargoes to be delivered around the world in less than an hour. SpaceX's newest Starship spacecraft is leading space innovation by leaps and bounds. This is the main reason for Russia and China's concerns. They believe that a SpaceX Starlink program is exploited for military reasons with minor alterations, then there can be huge repercussions. Elon Musk has been working on colonizing Mars, while space firms are also researching and exploring practically all of the planets in space for this purpose. On the other hand, Russia is working on developing a new nuclear spacecraft capable of landing on Jupiter's surface. The estimated journey from Earth to Mars will take at least 5 to 7 months, and by the time you reach Mars, your muscle must have been sore by the weariness produced through weightlessness in space. In the past, Pioneer 10 was the first spacecraft to reach Jupiter in 1973, which was followed by Pioneer 11. The exploration has been followed by 8 additional robotic spacecrafts of 2016. All of these missions made us think that if man would ever settle on any other planet besides Earth. So that's all for today. If you'd like to receive more updates about tech-related news, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more updates. Let us know your thoughts about the anti-satellite missile test. Is there something huge coming up? What are your views on this? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching.